Gus is on his phone. Gus is
What
on his
the
phone
fuck?
during the
Are
podcast.
you literally actually starting the podcast? I'm on my fucking phone right now.
Ratted you out. We could have started this. I could have waited and been polite and waited for you to be done at whatever you're looking at. Oh, did we not put out a question suite?
Yeah, we totally did.
You unrelated? You want to jump on your phone for a second and not put out a question suite, but just do something else? Are you making sure your nail hits the screen every time you type?
I am actually specifically making sure my nail hits the screen every time I type. Should we test the boys this week?
What's the test?
Should I just say podcast # Gus and Eddy with a meme image?
Yes.
They'll know.
Yeah, they'll know.
They're not fucking stupid. I will never ever phone it in ever again.
How about here? Can I add something as well?
What's up?
You could put in parentheses, we're recording right now, hurry up.
Okay, I will do that. This is going to be such a meta experience for them. We are recording right now, hurry up. And for some reason, only hurry got capitalized in the whole sentence.
I like that.
So I'm just got to send it.
That's perfect.
All right, they'll figure it out.
Yep. Well, welcome back, guys. I haven't welcomed anyone back to the podcast in a while. Welcome back to the Gus and Eddy podcast.
Because nobody's left. They've been here the whole time.
They've been sitting and waiting on the channel the whole time for us to upload.
Just going refresh.
That's exactly it. And I'm pretty excited.
Why?
Because of what's going on next week.
We're going to have some men in the house.
Men in the House should be our new boy band.
That's the Corey in the House sequel. Because he got kicked out.
And they just let a lot of men in.
Who let all these men in the house?
Men in the house. There's a lot of men in the house.
Like they just recast Obama in it and he just comes on. Why there's so many men in this house right now?
He said it. He said the line.
Oh!
But we are going to have Tony, Sven, and Jakey out here. And
Wow.
I'm very excited because the boys have not been together for a while because I don't know, something happened during 2020. Am I right?
The old Corona.
The old Corona. You know what's crazy? Every joke that somebody would say that you'd be tired of was already memed before we went back to doing some things.
Yeah.
Like like what I just said. Like, well, I don't know what happened in 2020. But you still got to do it because, you know.
So did you make bread during quarantine?
Who the fuck? I didn't make any fucking bread. Who is making bread?
Where are all these people that are making bread?
Everyone that made bread is over the age of 35.
Yep.
And all the talk shows were like, that month where we were making bread. And it's like, I was playing Among Us. That's what I was doing. Was that around the time? What was the first game during quarantine that was
Fall Guys.
I was playing Fall Guys.
Wait, no, it was the Doom Animal Crossing situation.
Yeah, it was. So Animal Crossing was the one everyone. Yeah, of course it was Animal Crossing. Everyone was playing Animal Crossing.
And then it was Fall Guys, and then Among Us, and then it was fucking, I don't know, Valorant or some shit.
I don't care. I don't know. But all I know is that if you were making bread, I'm going to just say it, you're ugly. Hear me out. You were playing Animal Crossing, you're hot. And if you were doing both, you're somewhere in the middle. That's really it.
Yeah.
I don't know a single person that made bread during quarantine except for rich people.
I will say, though, that we got a bread maker, not because of our choosing, though. Like the one trip that we took back home to Wisconsin during 2020, my grandpa said, I got this old bread maker. Can I send it home with you?
That's
like,
post-bread phase, so you're okay. I believe March and April were the real bread ones.
That's true.
And I don't know what the hell was going on there.
I didn't fucking do it. I didn't even eat bread.
If you were already making bread, that's fine. But if you got into making bread because you were bored in quarantine, why weren't you playing video games? Why were you doing something productive?
You can't eat video games, though.
You can't. And
Have you tried? Have you been sucking down those Switch carts?
not Animal Crossing because if people don't know, Switch cartridges taste awful on purpose, so kids don't swallow them.
I wish that Nintendo would really trust the consumer and understand that not all of us video game buyers will swallow the carts.
Right.
Some of us just want a little light suck on the cart.
Yeah, make one for the adults that's a little bit flavored. It's like a sunflower seed. I pop Breath of the Wild into my mouth, I suck off all the salt, and then I put it without drying it off back into my Switch.
That's smart. It will be like, who's that bitch in Willy Wonka?
What? What the fuck? Who?
She was like actually a bitch though. It's a Veruca Salt or whatever.
Okay.
But no, Violet Beauregard. How she'd always have a piece of gum and then when she was done with it,
Yeah.
she'd stick it behind her ear.
It just could have been anyone from Willy Wonka when you said that.
Well, yeah. Well, half the people in Willy Wonka are huge bitches.
You
though,
know
like,
what's
fairly.
what I was hoping for is who's that bitch from Willy Wonka? What is it? Willy Wonka? Dude, yeah, everyone obviously that's the point. Sucks in Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
But
Just you saying Willy Wonka makes it sound sillier every time.
well, yeah, or people are gonna swoop in. The book's actually called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Fuck you, I know. It's so the Gene Wilder one is Willy Wonka, right?
I think so, yeah.
And then the Johnny Depp one is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, as far as movies go.
Yeah.
And I think they were ahead of the game with licking walls.
Yeah.
I've been doing that ever since, and let me tell you, it's not like the movie. It does not taste as good.
Is that I'm seeing a lot of like yellowed streaks here going up. I thought it was some sort of like glue paste issue. You tell me it's
no, sorry, that's not the licking wall. That's the pissing wall. The licking wall are the tiles in my shower. It's the grossest place I could think of. That was a wall in the house.
like all the lime and calcium.
It's just the worst place possible.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Thinking of getting rid of all the doors in here, so even if I have guests, everyone has to see me naked.
That's good. Like a really, really bad middle school that doesn't have a stall door or something.
Yeah, any place that has a no stall doors should be shut down.
Yeah, probably legally speak. Like, isn't that kind of like fucking borderline unacceptable though from a legal perspective?
Do schools actually do that?
I don't know if schools still do. I know when I was in middle school, I would sometimes on traveling basketball weekends, I'd go to a school with stall doors that didn't exist. You know, like no joke. Like I've seen tons of those, but I don't know if that exists anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I bet somewhere it does, but
Probably.
I want to know. Is that like a chosen practice, or do you think maybe there's just a lot of people, a lot of janitors across this country that are like, I lost the doors.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Borrowed them from the weekend. My cousin was in town. You know.
Guy loves doors. I installed about 50 of them in front of my front door so he can flip them all open.
They're in my Subaru Outback. I could go get it, but like I'd have to change cars and stuff.
He loved Looney Tunes cartoons, and he loved when Bugs Bunny would have to open like 50 doors. I guess Bugs wouldn't do that.
That's true.
Probably fucking Wile E. Coyote or whatever.
Because he'd be looking for that damn little bird, you know?
Is there a bigger loser in anything than Wile E. Coyote?
Eeyore is pretty fucking awful.
Yeah, but Eeyore's just got a mental illness. So Eeyore's just depressed. He's not taking L's. He's just sad.
But he's boring as shit, though.
I'll give it. That's the thing. Listen, Eeyore, we accept your depression, but he gotta be such a downer all the time.
He projects it is the problem.
Yeah, that's it. Where he's like, you could go up to Eeyore and be like, Eeyore, you want to play video games? And he goes, well, I'd probably suck at them anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, well, all right, dude.
Yeah, come on, man, dude. Eeyore is like the tonally opposite, but to its core, it's the same person as like 2014 Jim Carrey. You ask him a question, and if you saw it on paper where you couldn't hear the inflection of their voices, I'm sure you wouldn't be able to distinguish if it was an Eeyore quote or a 2014 Jim Carrey quote.
Dude.
You'd be like, hey, how are you doing? Well, I don't really exist, so not that well.
I guarantee you anyone who asked Jim Carrey a question from 2012 to 2016 was so excited to ask him a question, and within the first sentence they were like, fucking God damn it, dude.
And it just is, and I see so many comments of people being like, well, he was just on a spiritual journey and he's figuring himself out. Okay, while that's true, it doesn't mean that he probably made thousands of people really uncomfortable and all. I'm sure you've seen tons of those clips of like, so how are you doing tonight? Well, I don't really exist, so none of this matters.
And listen, I don't care what spiritual journey he's on. Do the Mask too. That's all I'm saying. I go.
They already did, Eddie.
He goes, we're all part. No, they did Son of the Mask. They didn't do the Mask 2.
Okay.
That doesn't technically count. They didn't call it the Mask 2.
Well, it's two different Mask movies, so you're the one counting.
Here's the thing. You have to, and hear me out, you have to kill one of the Winnie the Pooh 100 Acre Woods characters. Who are you killing?
Oh, man. Well, honestly, when you really step back from it, I hate so many of them. Like, Tigger is just like, why would you want to spend 2 seconds with this fucking spazoid maniac?
He's just too annoying. I loved him as a kid because I had a little stuffed animal, but then you go back and you watch him as an adult and you're like, wow, actual him.
It's terrible.
He's a lot. He's a lot to deal with.
I would say if there's an actual bitch in the 100 Acre Woods, it's Rabbit is like an actual bitch.
Yeah. Do you think, though, I feel like Winnie the Pooh would maybe be the worst roommate because he really would just fucking go through your fridge and go like, oh, I'm sorry. You know? It's really...
like, you can't even get mad at him. You're just
he's like this big and a teddy bear, and you're like, okay.
Plus, that ass would just have you being like, oh,
yep,
every fucking week, dude.
Yeah, every time. It just like some of those websites we're not supposed to go on. He'd just be stuck everywhere.
He'd be stuck.
Stuck in your washer dryer.
Oh, step rabbit.
No, I really do honestly love Winnie the Pooh though. It's really great.
I actually don't. When I was a kid.
Sorry, go ahead.
When I was a kid, my mom has told me this story, and I was probably like 2 or 3. But one of the most traumatic things I ever watched was a Winnie the Pooh VHS tape, and it was the episode where Winnie the Pooh was climbing up a tree, probably get some fucking honey or some dumb shit.
Yep, it's always a honey.
Always on that grind, you know. And he goes up to the top of this big fir tree and then falls down and goes, ooh, 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 and is like hitting branches, just completely eating shit for like 10 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And my mom told me as a kid that happened, and I was like hyperventilating, like,
because he thought he was just dying.
I mean, it was pretty graphic. Yeah, he's just fucking dead.
There's a couple of and that's crazy. They stopped selling it on VHS. That was the episode where he died.
Yeah,
he hit the ground and he never moved again.
It was like that Twilight Zone movie where the copter comes down.
I don't remember that one.
Okay, well, for context, that was a slightly edgy joke I made.
Okay, let's hear it explained.
During the filming of the 1980-something Twilight Zone movie, famed actor Vic Morrow, I believe is his name, was doing a Vietnam War recreation scene with 2 Vietnamese children and a giant interior set with a working helicopter spinning in place.
You've told me about this.
Have I actually done this?
I think maybe at some point. This sounds, or maybe I read it at one point. But
I was surprised if you haven't seen it on like Reddit. It's everywhere out there, and there's like a working helicopter on. It's like some Saigon nighttime set or something, and the video is out there, and it's in really poor fidelity, but it is fucking awful. Like, he just runs where he's got 2 kids under his arms, and the copter comes down and decapitates all of them. So Winnie the Pooh.
Where do we take the podcast?
100 Acre Woods.
100 Acre Woods. Have you? Do you think the honey tastes good?
It actually did, though. When you really think about it, that's another roommate aspect of why Pooh would be shit, because he eats everything by just dunking his dumb little meat prodder right into it and just like, you see how he eats honey?
Yeah, there's no way he'd wash those little paws, so he could make everything sticky all over.
He's kind of a bad bear because he doesn't really have any appendages.
Yeah. And you'd be walking around and you see everything he's touched. You open your underwear drawer, it'd be all sticky with honey, and you go, Winnie the Pooh, what the fuck? And you would go, oh, bother.
If you didn't say, oh, bother, I was about to say, oh, bother.
Oh, man. I would, no, I'd probably end up throwing him out a window, and then he'd fall on a bunch of branches on his way down. Yeah. Dude, there were a lot of, I feel like, kind of traumatic VHS stuff. I know that for my sister, it was a specific Barney tape.
Yeah.
Where it was just kind of like, I think Barney was blue or something, so it was like a different weird version of him. My big one, I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, the big one that really scared Tony and I, because Tony and I have never liked horror movies. Mm-hmm. I wish I did. We've talked about this before. I wish I had it in me. I don't. So even like the kind of, when I was a kid, I avoided it so much that anything that was like, not Disney Channel horror, but anything a step up from that would probably, like, not that there's Disney Channel horror, but like I could watch something that was like semi kind of scary. Mm-hmm. But there was like a Twilight Zone type thing that they made with Disney Channel stars, and Cole Sprouse played a doll that Shia LaBeouf was given for like his birthday, but he's too old for it, and he hates the doll. And then the doll comes to life as Cole Sprouse and starts like stalking him. And then I think he like looks at an old VHS tape of one of his old birthdays, and the doll is in that tape. Oh. And I remember being like, well, I love Zach and Cody. I can never watch this again. Yeah. I don't know what it is. And it fucking terrified me. I was 9 though, so cut me some slack. Some people are like, I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre when I was 7, and it's like, what were your parents doing there?
That's terrifying, dude. Yeah, I
had a friend that watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre when he was in 1st grade, and it's like, maybe not that. Maybe don't do something like that for a 7-year-old.
That I just don't get. Yeah, like there's a lot of parents out there that don't have the same like. I mean, people fall on different ends of the spectrum of like, what do I show my kids? But I remember like so many kids in school growing up of like, in kindergarten they were like, yeah, I pretty much watched The Exorcist.
Yeah,
it's just like, what?
I wonder if they're lying a lot of the time too, though, because kids just lie about shit.
They could.
But I'm sure some of them saw it.
Probably.
And then, they're like talking about it at school like it's cool, and then they're going home and they're, crying under the covers.
Peeing in those beds.
Yeah, you got to pee in some beds.
How many beds do you think you've ever peed in? Probably just the one bed over and over, right? Like
no, I didn't really pee the bed. I can only remember peeing the bed once, and I think I've got a defense here.
Yeah.
Tony never forgave me for this. Because we were camping and we had a pop-up camper. I was asking my dad about this actually when I was back home for last weekend. I believe it was like, he couldn't remember if it was like a 79 or like an 82 camper, but it was a pretty old camper. They got it for pretty cheap, and then we ended up using it into our teens. It was just this like kind of trustworthy old pop-up that we used. But the bed Tony and I had to sleep on were these like really, I'm trying to think of the material for it. What's like it's like a kind of sewn, it looks like yarn, but it's a lot like, I don't know if it's not like twine, but it almost feels like it for a couch cushion.
Yeah.
You know those older ones where they have like different patterns of the checkered stuff on it? It's just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So the couches would fold over and make an entire bed. So Tony and I would be on either end of the pop-up camper. And we were 9, and to go to the bathroom, you would have to go outside. You have to wake up a parent. You'd have to turn on a flashlight, and you'd have to walk in the middle of the woods in the dark to a state park bathroom, which is Spider City.
It's fucking awful, dude.
And like, you can't really pee at your campsite because everyone can hear it, like. So I was just like, it's the middle of the night. I don't want to get up. I went back to sleep. I wet the bed a little bit. Literally every year after that, Tony's like, you gonna pee the bed? You gonna pee the bed this time? No, Tony, I'm not gonna pee the bed. It was the circumstances made it so it happened. But how many times did you pee the bed as a kid?
I really don't know. I don't think I did it. Honestly, even right now, not a singular instance comes to mind, but I know I've peed the bed before as a kid, So it wasn't like pervasive, certainly, but probably winged a couple pissers out there in my day.
Yep. And here's the thing: if you're somebody listening who used to pee the bed a lot as a kid, get fucked, nerd. I never had to really do that. I don't mean that.
Not too late to suck it back in.
It's not too late to. Well, it's too late. Everyone remembers you that way.
That's okay. I've already forgiven you. I was gonna say on the point of spiders outside and shit. I didn't realize how bad spiders were in the late summer out here, and especially in my new place, dude.
Are they outside? Because I haven't had. Oh no! The look on your face means it's real bad.
It's real bad, dude.
Let's hear about it.
I got a bunch of taro, ant, and spider killer things or whatever, where it's like they're just the non-toxic glue trap shit. And I the second I saw one in my house. I don't know what it is because I'm not as familiar with the spiders out here, and everything kind of looks like a brown widow or something with like the spindly segmented legs, so I can only guess and try to look at guides outside or whatever. But I saw one big fucker crawl up when I was on the couch. I felt something on my arm, and I like moved, and it crawled off my arm into the couch. So I instantly bought 30 of them. I just left them everywhere in the fucking house, and there's spiders on them, dude. Like, there's a little bit. I film a lot of videos like on against a wall, that's like way in the backyard, and there's like some hedge maze shit growing up onto it, and there's like 1,000 fucking spider webs all over it, dude. I don't want to fuck with it.
Anytime I see footage of anyone who lives in Australia, I'm like, how do you guys do it?
Those huntsman spiders, whatever, that are like fucking tennis racket size.
For people with like arachnophobia, I just want to like avoid the huntsman ones. I know especially Tony hates hearing about the huntsman. So
that's true, yeah.
But no, yeah. Every time I see that, I'm like, man, not for me. A lot of Australia seems awesome, and I would love to go. But I would love if I'll prep anyone in Australia. If you could move the spiders out of the way for when I come there, I would love that.
That would be really great. Anything that could bite or crawl on me, you could just go ahead and euthanize it right now.
You can keep the kangaroos around. I don't mind if they kick me around. I'd rather do that than having a big spider on me.
I don't mind if the kangaroos put on a red hoodie and some shades and go.
Exactly.
You know? It's one of those. I don't mind if Anthony Anderson comes out and goes, "What is going on in this situation?"
How did we get any replies on that tweet that came out live? This is the only live boys questions that we've ever gotten.
No, but you know what we did get, Eddie?
What?
Last week on the podcast, you remember that we had a Q&A disagreement thing about Little Meat Boys.
Little Meat Boys.
And we told you guys to go to the r/Gus and Eddy subreddit and submit your best versions of our little beef guys.
Yeah, the little beef boys.
Little beef boys. That reminds me of the podcast we used to do in college called Beef Boys with Curtis.
Right. You guys would like eat Taco Bell, right, and hang out.
Right into the microphone, we would do that. So just be like. So we have some entrances into the meat beef guy little boy competition. I don't like the name of that competition. We said the best version of it was we're going to send you some merch. All right. And I will be reaching out to you to send that stuff to facilitate it on Reddit. But we have some entries. Eddie, would you like to look at some Meat Boys?
Yes. Also, I'm seeing... Wait, why is this? This is on the top of the subreddit. Effect of, quote, Eddy killing in oceans is no longer a matter of guesswork. But
what?
It's two Ds. What's going on? Somebody said, we're rolling, we're going, and we're keeping on killing in the ocean. What is that?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Is it some, like, toxin?
What the fuck is an Eddy killing? Effective? What the fuck does that mean? I gotta know.
Love this post of the guy that's listening on his little Apple Watch here while he's working at a landfill. That's pretty cool.
All right, let's get to the Beef Boys. I'll look it up later.
We got some Beef Boys. Now, we are going to be going for the best overall score on these Meat Boys. Tony, I'll be sending you the pictures here, and we're going to determine who has created the best Meat Boy for this week's podcast.
Okay.
First of all, our first entrance on the list here, Eddie, is by a username OrganicAd3597.
Yep.
That's... Look at that shit.
Somebody made a Meat Eddy.
Meat Eddy. I'm just sorting top of the week,
and
by the way.
holy shit. And they also have it on a bun, which is very creative.
That's true. And dare I say, extremely edible. Do you not think that could easily break into like 5 sliders?
I'd eat my head there. I'd take a bite.
The detail in the cheese is, I'm really curious how they did it, honestly, because that is a really fucking good Eddy meat guy.
For people that are our audio listeners, first of all, fuck you. The face is like pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's like shockingly great.
And like they got my hair right.
Yeah.
With beef.
Honestly, a pretty, not that it's dead nuts you, but a pretty human, just general expression.
Yeah.
Too, you know?
It's creative to do it with the cheese as well.
I will say a little bland on the sauce department, but that I'm not even going to count that against them. They even went and gave you a little shirt.
There you go.
That's
I got a little
good.
shirt out of cheese. What are we looking at next? I'll just let you show me.
You betcha. Next up, we have an entrance where both of us were made. This is from a user named Robot Maker Jesus with a Z. Gus and Eddy Meat Boy made with ground beef, mustard, mayonnaise, ketchup, hoisin, I always pronounce that wrong, Hoisin, sriracha, and black peppercorn.
Whoa.
Take a look at these Meat Boys right
Whoa, there's some Meat Boys right there.
Those
and
are good.
They alternated the color of our shirts there. Those are really good.
It's smart. They even looked like it looks like my dumb poker shirt that I wear. They put a bunch of like relish or some shit in there.
From far away, yours looks like a cake.
It does look
and
like a cake.
it's tricking my brain because I want to bite into something sugary, but then I know I'd be met with beef and mayo, and that's not the best.
I like your shirt is kind of going a little AWOL.
Yeah,
there.
my shirt looks like I'm just a bloody man.
It's not too bad though, honestly.
Yeah.
Here we have an what the fuck is the word I'm trying to say?
Entry.
Entrance, I was trying to say. It's not even a word.
It happens more often to me than I think most of the people I know, so I wouldn't put it against you.
Here's an interest from a person named Nate McKay52. That's N8 McKay52. It's pretty good. You know, he says, my Meat Boy LMAO tried to make him look as much like a ginger man as possible. Okay, a couple pickles, a little sparse on the detail department.
This one gets an A for effort. They put the LMAO in there.
They did put the LMAO, so they're off the hook.
It does look, I mean, it is the shape of a gingerbread. They were going, not for us, but they were going for a gingerbread, and that looks pretty good. If you told me what does a meat gingerbread man look like, it's pretty much like that.
It's that, that's it.
Yeah.
Here we got an interesting take on the Meat Boy. This is from Mr. Sticky Toes.
Okay.
This is an Eddy steak taco. So here's
What?
the reference picture.
Okay.
Eddy steak taco.
All right.
Not bad.
Not bad. That's
Not
pretty
bad.
good. For people that obviously can't see, they made my glasses and hair and mustache with the steak, and then my face is the tortilla.
It looks like there's some chicken as your nose, too. That's pretty good detail. I'm seeing, like, sour cream as the whites of your eyes,
Yeah,
too.
what do they use? A bit of olive for maybe the what is that in there? Or is that just more meat?
It
for
looks
the
like a
pupils?
charred tip of some meat or something like that.
Ooh.
Not bad. A little, what is this, some capricola salam down there, guys?
Sounds exactly.
Is that how you guys say that? That's pretty good. We got another entry here. This one is not their own, and they said it, but this is an egregious photo that I've seen before, and it's worth showing.
I would not like to see that ever again.
You sure about that?
It's a photo of a beef baby, and I would love to never see that again in my life.
Here's two more real quick ones here. Here's from Nothing But Unstable. Here's a tofu boy.
That's okay. That's pretty good.
Pretty good, a little
Separate pieces, kind of almost looks like a couple tater tots, but
little toddies on there, That's from Nothing But Unstable. Thank you so much. And then we've got, as the final couple entries here, Dabbid Keegan. Beef boys support beef boys.
oh, it's like we're holding hands.
It
Wait, are
is.
those eggs for our heads?
It looks like eggs for our heads.
But uncooked.
They look like fucking medical gloves too. Like those look like some really diseased.
They look like little balloons.
they look awful to eat. I would not eat that.
You know what you and I look like as beef guys there? And Tony, please put these photos up. We look like SpongeBob and Patrick dying in the SpongeBob movie on the fucking at Shell City when they're drying out. That's exactly what we look like.
The last two. Thank you, Tony. There's a lot more assets in this episode. Everybody has to say nice things to Tony, or Eddie's gonna kill you. That's a good one.
That's a great one. So yeah, it's spaghetti and meatballs. It's a beef guy. Are those like meatball flowers on?
Ooh, they look like little meatball flowers.
They made
here.
little meatball flowers,
Little
and he's got a
crusties.
face, and he's holding a knife. That actually, I would take a bite of that beef boy.
I would, because of the pasta base too. It's not too bad, That's from a user named tired247_. The final entry of the day is from a person named StressSlow6311. My meat boy for the boys, 2 meatloafs worth of schmeat and all the fixings.
2 meatloafs worth of schmeat.
That's a lot of calories on that one. All the fixing inside a gingerbread cake pan.
Wow.
That's a fucking good one.
That's a fancy meat boy right there.
Love what they did with the bell pepper too.
Oh, it's a little bow tie.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Not bad. Personally, I'm torn between this one
And Meat Eddy?
and Meat Eddy.
I am too.
But this one is also good where they made both of us with all the condiments.
Yeah, I do like that one. Especially that one took probably more time, but
Yeah.
is a little less crafted.
True, and it's more ambitious, which is more points.
Either
too.
way, for the boys listening, I'm shocked. I was expecting just a couple of mean ones, and we got a couple of pretty good ones.
And this isn't even all of them. These are just the top tier contenders. Too.
Exactly.
Thank you, everybody who sent in a Meat Boy. I don't know about you, Eddie, but I'm feeling really fucking good about Meat Eddie.
I think Meat Eddy, the face is just too good with the mustache, and it's especially the fact that they used the cheese and then cut the shape of the glasses and mustache and the cheese and stopped it to where the beef looked like my actual hair.
That is ridiculous.
Just put it up right here, Tony. Like, with my hair, they pretty much did the shape.
How wild is that? Like,
Yeah.
that's so fucking... and it hits all the fronts. It hits the Eddie lookalike, it hits the artistic, it hits the creativity, and it hits the edibility.
And I don't know how the fuck did they make that bread?
I have no idea. Like, that's... Uh-oh.
Shit. We may have spent the beginning of this podcast shitting on people that made bread. And then the bun might be exactly in Meat Eddy's shape. So they absolutely made the bread, which now, honestly, it's the definite winner because I didn't even think about they made that bread.
That's true, yeah.
But we will cancel the prize if you learned it at the beginning of the
So without further ado, organic_ad_3597 is the Beef Boy winner!
Well, We'll figure out to send you some merch. Did we say when we release new ones, or are we just sending current merch? I don't know what we're doing.
Well, listen, you're going to get some good shit either way, all right? I will be contacting you this next week on Reddit. I will make sure to do that. I'm going to take the screenshot so I say, why the fuck is that in my phone? Oh, okay, that's why I did that.
There you go.
I will do that. Thank you so much to everybody that sent in some stuff. Also, I feel like going forward, we will try to incorporate some more stuff where some of the podcast shit can get onto the episode.
Yep.
Thank you for keeping this podcast subreddit alive, dude. It is so fun every week seeing all the cool entries. We really appreciate the fan art and stuff. We'll start showcasing some more stuff on there, figuring out some cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, boys.
Oh, you want to get in some preguntas?
Let's get in some fucking preguntas. Guys, follow us on Twitter at Eddie Burback. That's actually Eddie's account. And
Not verified still.
Not verified still?
You know, they also closed the verification application.
What? Did they really?
For now, at least.
Why?
And listen, I don't want to say there's a conspiracy at Twitter against me, but when if you have to send in your driver's license for so I put in my driver's license and it told me it would immediately say there was a problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, there's kind of a bend on my driver's license. So I did it with my passport, and it said this should take about 30 seconds, and it never went through. And that happened maybe 10 separate times. I'm not saying there's a conspiracy at Twitter to not verify me, but it's really starting to... You could say it.
I'll say it.
It feels that way.
There's a conspiracy on Twitter to not verify Eddie.
I just think there's probably some people at Twitter that are like, this guy's kind of annoying, wants to be verified, we don't want to verify him. That's what it's starting to feel like.
Yes.
Especially like me not getting verified. How many likes did that tweet get when I got denied? I can look it up.
57.
Hold up. Did I say
58?
I don't remember what the tweet consisted of. I can't really search the phrase for it.
Did you have the word piss in it though?
No.
Oh, that's the problem.
Dude, I'm literally like right about to hit 350K on Twitter.
Ka-chow.
And we thank you. And we have so many peers who do the exact same or less stuff than we split up. And I'm happy for them.
And they should be verified.
They should be verified.
But then this guy too.
What the hell, man? Okay, let me find it. I don't even remember when it happened. Okay, I said the pain will never end, and it got 40K likes with people tagging Twitter. You're telling me nobody at Twitter saw that?
They didn't. LeBron tweeted that day.
And like I mentioned at that time, my denial was meaner than everyone else's denial.
Yeah.
They didn't say at this time we're not doing it. They were like, what did they say? They could not reliably verify that the account associated with the request is a notable person.
What else?
Fuck you, man. That's so mean.
What else do you even need to do, though?
What would make me notable? I don't understand.
Hit the highest note you can right now.
Do you think that's good?
Guys!
Did you hear the note?
Who else could have done that? That's the first letter of his fucking name and the last phonetic sound of his full first name.
Verify me. I'm being notable right now.
Here, we'll harmonize with you. Do that again.
Me. What else do we have to do?
Hey, give me one of those guys. Hey.
Honestly, it's if they do operate off this news article thing, it's like, do I have to like do something like controversial and be written about?
Maybe.
Just to get verified? Just to be notable? Can't I just be friendly and notable?
You need to have a certified Mamma Mia moment. Otherwise, they're just not going to fucking talk to you, dude.
Dude, I was even in like an article thing recently because I tweeted out. I didn't talk about this on the podcast at the time. Did you ever see the Amazon ad I tweeted out? I got I got TikTok in trouble from Amazon.
Really?
By accident.
What'd you do?
Okay, so I had this ad on TikTok. It said it was from Amazon, but it was like Roblox footage, and it kept doing these shitty memes like when you this, and then it would cut to just apple bottom jean, and it would cut off and keep going, and that was like the punchline every time. But it was almost like you watch it. If it sounds like it doesn't make sense, it didn't. I just don't want to play it because I don't want us to get copyright claimed. It was like if you gave an AI footage and was like, make a meme out of this.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, what the hell is this? And I tweeted it, and a couple of journalists follow me, and they reached out, and I forgot what exact article it was for it. I'm going to find this right now.
Was it on the New York Times?
No, but it was a notable article, so give me just a moment. Okay, so let me, without the music, because we'll cut it out, so they don't have to.
Yeah.
But this was the ad.
You failed the test.
You failed to educate me.
And it would go apple bottom
What?
jeans.
Yeah.
And it was weird as hell. And with Roblox footage. Just didn't, and it said Amazon. It was an ad. And so I tweeted that. And then, where the fuck is the article on it? It was an article for The Verge.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a Verge article that mentioned me and did that. Is that enough for you, Twitter? They asked Amazon, and they were like, what the hell is this? And Amazon was like, TikTok's got, I believe their exact quote was, got some splaining to do. And TikTok said that it was an accidental glitch where they replaced the Amazon ad with a different video. And so I got them a little in trouble. But I was in a fucking article. Is that enough for you, Twitter? Is that enough for you? Okay, sorry. Anyways.
Now we know, though.
Now we know.
It's Eddie's one step closer to the edge, and he's about to break.
Exactly.
That's Linkin Park.
Also,
What?
new video this week.
New video this week.
There you go. Could be out today. It depends on when it's sponsor approval or if I don't have a sponsor on it. But we'll see.
Look around. Open your eyes. I will probably have a new video, but it's probably only 10 seconds, so that's not even worth it.
Yeah, mine's a bit longer, but you should still announce it.
I don't know. Well, I mean,
You don't know what it is
There
yet.
probably will be something. It'll probably be 10 to 40 seconds. All right, so go check that out.
All right, let's get in some preguntas.
Here's a little stinky pregunta here. First of all, my Twitter's at Gus Buckets, at Eddie Burbeck is his, and here's one from at Alex Ginge. Says, disagreement. When clearing the dinner table, my wife likes to stack all the dirty plates and bowls on top of one another. And I'm usually the one who does the dishes. I think people should bring plates and bowls over separately so I don't have to wash the sticky bottoms of them too.
Well, you should be washing the bottoms no matter what.
Definitely.
But I do agree. I'd be like, what the hell? Especially if they're in the sink and drying. But that seems like one where maybe instead of asking publicly on the podcast, you maybe just talk to your wife about
talk
it.
to your wife.
Maybe just say, hey, maybe don't stack them, unless that's part of the question.
Well, I mean, I don't know. They say later on in follow-up ones. However, my wife thinks it is better to stack them. Which
so
of
there's
us is
been a
more
discussion.
correct. There has been a discussion, and it's not a dishwasher; it's just a drying rack. So they're hand washing them every time.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, that's one where if you're washing them, then probably don't stack them. But
yeah, you should be able to set if you're washing them, you set the rules. Honestly, I'm in here with this guy. I don't think it's a huge problem. You should probably just talk to her. But
here's what I'm thinking.
What?
How quickly are they being washed after they're being stacked? Because if it's a long time, then it's like, what are you going to individually? How much space do you have to set down these dirty plates without stacking them?
Yeah, that's really true. I mean, if you're actively washing, I guess we always sort of did it for like big holiday stuff. If we're at my grandma and grandpa's house, like. My grandma usually likes doing dish stuff. She probably doesn't, but she just does it. Now that I say it out loud. My grandma fucking loves doing our stinky dishes. But like she would be like, bring it to us one at a time. Like everyone just brings their own plate over, so there's no stacking. It's just here's my plate. It's
well, you guys got a whole system worked out.
We got the grandma mode going on. Scrape your food into the garbage. All the older people call it garbage and treasure. I don't know why. You do that and you give it to her, and then she just sticks it in the old wash.
Also, let me give a pro gamer tip to everyone out there. If you're eating something that's sticky and it's going to get dry, possibly a type of sauce, rinse, and you're not going to wash it immediately, rinse it off.
Yes, always rinse.
Don't let it stick. Don't let it get stuck, because it's just giving yourself a headache later.
That's true. Just get it fucking ahead of it, especially if it's like marinara or any sauce kind of shit. Get that shit off instantly. Kind of cheesy sauce, fuck that stuff, because it's going to be a bitch to deal with in even an hour.
You know what changed the game for me? Because I'm still I'm hand washing a lot of stuff, because the dishwasher here, you remember, is like fine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really get the job done, so a lot of time I'll just hand wash stuff. Got one of those sponges with the handles on them.
Yeah.
Changes everything, dude.
Oh my God, they got the soap in it too.
Yeah, they got the soap in it.
Yep.
And so you just apply a little bit of pressure, which not only gets the soap out, but it also gets things off the plate. It's genius.
Damn.
Why have I been using a regular sponge? Did I say soap with the handle, or did I say sponge with the handle?
I can't remember. Some soap was in there somewhere,
Let's assume, and let's do this always, that I'm right, and I didn't make a mistake, because that doesn't sound like me.
I'm shaking right now. You're not always right.
Name one time.
Dallas, 2008.
Okay, that was a pretty big fuck up of mine. Listen, I didn't know if you pressed the gas, the car would go. And so it's his fault.
When you were learning to drive, were you also surprised that not even pushing the gas, the car just went a little bit?
Yes.
I was like, I learned the first vehicle I ever drove was our old hunting van, And what we do is our group will go around and we'll buy old church vans from old Baptist churches for like $200, and we'll just pull all the seats out, and then my uncle will hand make wooden benches and then have benches go around the perimeter of the whole van. So it's just some shitty ass van. But I learned on like the old 2 rut roads. Not rut row like Scooby-Doo says when he's in peril.
Right.
But the 2 rut roads, I learned how to drive at first in that hunting van. I get in there, my dad's like, all right, fire it up, take your foot off the brake, and it just went, and I was like, Dad.
Would you say that at the time the way that worked, that van worked, was like a mystery vehicle or a mystery van on that rut road?
Like, it was certainly a machine.
I fucking forgot that. I was like, I can't remember what the fucking it's not mystery vehicle. God damn it.
I like the mystery vehicle better. Hey, gang, let's get into the Enigma vehicle.
Well, also, mystery machine, it's a car.
Yeah, that's a little...
I mean, it's a van.
Let's think of a better name for the mystery machine right now.
The fucking smelly dog van.
They should have had it be the van from Dumb and Dumber with the dog costume on the outside of it.
That's true. Well, I like the look of the side of it a bit more. It fits the times.
It does. But we can come up with an alliteration for it. Mystery machine, voyage van, the crazy car, starring the Naked Brothers band.
The Clue car.
The cool Clue car.
Maybe.
That's better, though.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think.
I think you got to start with a word for car or van and then find the adjective.
I'm trying to remember as well. What's the exact phrase when they get caught? I would have gotten away with it. Is it crazy kids?
If it were, I think it's your meddling kids, and your damn dog,
and your damn dog. So, damn, I was trying to hope with something with damn dog.
Oscar Mayer Wiener. Dog mobile?
The damn dog Dodge.
The damn dog Dodge. I like the damn dog Dodge.
So the Dodge damn dog.
The Dodge damn dog. That's pretty good.
What do you got back there? Is it a damn dog? Is it a V6 or a V8?
No, Dodge damn dog truck month. You can get.
And he would call it the Raj Ram Rock.
Go. Please leave. All right, here's a new one from @BenBerry. Says, disagreement. My dad refuses to let any food go to waste, which I will not hold him to. But once he voluntarily put 2-day-old breakfast sausage in a smoothie with strawberries and bananas in it. When confronted, he said it was extra protein.
So,
what happened to your dad that day, huh?
What? Sometimes you got to reset your dad because they break. And I think something happened. Wait, 2-day-old as in it was in the fridge or left out? Did it say?
I assume it was in the fridge. It doesn't specify, though.
Sometimes you got to get your protein.
I mean, what I don't understand is, and my mom will do the same thing, so this one really resonates with me, is there will be some old, dumb ingredient shit, and she will just throw it into something, hereby wrecking the entire thing. And I'm like, Mom.
What's the worst case when you were a kid?
Oh, my God. Well, there's too many to fucking list. For any casserole thing, first of all, was fair game. And usually that's, like, really understandable of, like, oh, yeah, we had leftover chicken, so we made a chicken casserole. That's fine.
Hear me out real quick. I am not a fan of casseroles because my brain loves having meals separately. So when someone's like, I made a breakfast casserole with eggs and bacon and sausage, I'm like, I would have preferred those separately on the plate, and then I can make the casserole in my mouth. Anyways,
that
continue.
Sounds so much grosser when you say it like that. I'll be the casserole maker around here. But my mom will have like full dishes that didn't work and try to combine 2 full dishes. Like, I made soup, it didn't work. Well, let's try to like strain the soup out and try to turn a third of that into a casserole. And I'm just like, let's not do that.
Let's maybe just toss the soup.
Let's abandon that. But no, I think I just eat them separately.
You sounded like Alan Alda when you said abandon that.
Did I? Yeah, that's. I think that's pretty great. What you got going on with that smoothie, breakfast sausage?
Hear me out. This is gonna sound mean. I would love it to be the Alan Alda and Eddy podcast, and I'd ditch you in a moment if you wanted to do it.
Let's talk,
buddy.
No, he's too old. Ask me a MASH question.
What was it like on MASH?
Yeah, good.
He would say that.
He would say that.
Something he would... I love that I asked you the most basic question. And you gave the most. Oh, that was great.
What? Also, we've said it before, but Swagger Souls sounds exactly like Alan Alda.
Have I said that before?
No, I know I've said it. Whether I don't know if it's on the podcast or on stream.
He does sound like
Dead nuts.
Yeah, they have this. I never really thought about
Literally,
that.
can we listen to 5 seconds of Swagger Souls talking right now, and you tell me that this isn't fucking Alan
Okay,
Alda?
I'll pull up an Alan Alda clip.
Yeah.
And we'll play him first, and then we'll play Swagger. Or you play Swagger first, and then we'll play Alan Alda.
Okay. Let me just see it.
So what, you want me to take another rip?
All right, here's Swagger Souls.
So what, you want me to take another rip? Yes. All right, it's 2 p.m., but I could try.
Swagger. Perfect time for a rip.
I guess I'm gonna go downstairs and rip another bong.
Hell yeah.
All right, so there's Swagger Souls.
I was still watching an ad. I'm going to pull up him. You think him on Colbert is going to get us claimed? Probably not.
Probably
right?
not, no.
Okay.
What are your fondest memories of doing that show?
It's been 50 years. I don't have any.
Yeah, that's old Swagger Souls.
And we get together as much as we can.
Well, he sounds a lot older now.
He does sound a lot older. Alan Alda in like the 80s, though.
I'd
Is
pull
like,
up some MASH clips, but we'd be screwed.
True that. I'm telling you, you guys do your homework. Listen to fucking Swagger Souls. Listen to Alan Alda. It's dead nuts.
We've never given homework on the podcast before. Go listen to Alan Alda and come back with a written report.
Give me your Alan Alda dissertation, please. Hey, Eddie, what do you say we open some fucking
mail? Let's do it. I got one right here.
Good. Open that sucker up.
This one is from Sally in Baltimore.
Ooh, that's my favorite place to get Sally's.
So what? You said something.
I buy them by the bulk.
Have you ever been to Baltimore? I have not. You don't have to say yes if you haven't. You should actively say the other thing.
Well, I can't remember because I toured a bunch of places and shit.
Did you go to Baltimore?
I couldn't
feel
tell
like-
you.
okay.
I did like 50 shows. By the way, guys, no more mail for now. I'm gonna say it's official. Just for now, if you're thinking of sending some mail stuff, we have enough for a while. I just don't want too many to backlog. Let's hold off on the mail for a bit.
I got different. I got a different name on this than the outer bit of it.
Oh?
But you'll recognize this name. It says, "Dear Gus and Eddy, my name is Bernie, a.k.a. General of Nerdia from Twitch.
Oh, there we go.
Twitch viewer and also supporter of both of the Twitch streams.
What up?
And I have been an avid listener of the podcast since the start of the pandemic. It's always weird to me where I'm like, we grab people during the pandemic because you and I, like much like everyone else, were personally just fucking trying not to drown that whole time.
Yeah.
So I'm glad people enjoyed it during the pandemic. I heard you talking about wanting some old computer games. There's nothing that gets me more excited than people sending us stuff like this. And wanted to help. I did not for the majority of the pandemic. Wait. I did not for knowing that the post office is not a storage unit. Oh, did not send it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But now that my boys are vaccinated, I can send them my shitty scrated up. I guess is that scratched or
Probably scratched.
computer game discs. Some of them don't work on current Windows 10 computers, so have fun running an emulator to fix that. But I hope you guys have fun with this.
All right.
Thank you, Bernie.
Thanks, Bernie.
Okay, we're opening it up. Oh, I just gotta tear it here. Huh.
Oh, my God. Well, now we all have fucking asbestos. Oh, my Jesus.
Okay, maybe
Oh, I've seen those, though. I hate those. It's old pack shit.
I'll do it
though.
from here though, and because it looks like maybe it opens.
Good shit.
Okay, we're just gonna get things dusty for a second.
We're getting rusty and dusty right now.
Blame me for this. This is my fault.
What do we get? What do we get?
All right. Let's do a little Pokemon card pull.
Ooh, guess who's that old PC game? It's Hugly what?
Hugly saves the turtles.
What?
Hugly saves the turtles. I've never heard about that.
I didn't even know that fucking existed.
For people that don't know, Hugly Sleepover is Gus's favorite computer game of all time.
Yeah, from when I was a dumb little kid. Oh, man, I love this art style, this Ted Arnold shit, dude. You ever read the book Parts when you were a kid or whatever?
No.
It's about this kid that, like, it's kind of fucking creepy. He does these kind of grotesque animation things. It's about this kid that, like, literally peels his body apart. Like, hold on, there's a booger in here. Oh, it's my brain. I'm pulling my brain out.
Ew.
Oh, my teeth are falling out. Oh, my skin comes off. It's more fun than you think.
All right, next one. Oh, SpongeBob typing.
Holy, that's gonna be fun to play.
SpongeBob typing. That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, it's Win Mac too. Don't see a lot of those.
Here we go. Another copy of Ugly Saves the Turtle.
Oh, good, because you know that I'm gonna want this copy, so you need your own.
Okay, then we go Sesame Street. Math is everywhere with Elmo.
You got my heart pumping. I'm still looking for Elmo in Grouchland.
Here we go.
And Elmo's preschool.
Laser Squad Nemesis.
Oh.
Wait. This isn't the fucking game I talked about that. This might be that game that when my sister got to take home iBooks.
Yeah?
You remember iBooks?
Oh, that sounds... Oh, yeah, they're the first MacBook kind of
Yeah,
things.
yeah. So they had them in schools, and the 5th and 6th graders got to use them.
Yeah?
And then they could bring them home. And then the second I got to 5th grade, they canceled bringing them home because kids were playing games, and I think this was one of them.
That's a pretty much literally exact same situation that happened to us, but with the WinPad machines.
It's like, why? You know what it is? It's that we were just at the age where we got old enough to use the internet was also when adults started to understand the scope of what could go wrong, you know? Okay, I Spy, Treasure Hunt.
Nice.
And then our last one we got... Where the World's Carmen San Diego Treasures of Knowledge.
Fuck yeah, and it's a Chick-fil-A cut.
Wait, what?
It's like Chick-fil-A promotional.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's Chick-fil-A logos up there. That's weird.
Damn, how old is this?
I don't know. 2008 is what it says. Yeah, 2008. Okay. Interesting. I fucking love Where in the World is Carmen San Diego.
I also
though.
didn't know how old of a company Chick-fil-A was until very recently.
Can I guess? 70s?
I think a bit earlier.
What?
It's just they have like really slow growth.
Really?
And also
That's
fuck
weird.
them
They,
for the donations.
They seem
where-
so
yeah.
progressive. Yeah.
But yeah, it just seemed like it popped up when we were in our 20s, right?
Yeah, it did.
But it's older than that. So
I had no idea.
that is all that is in that mail. What do you got in your mail?
Let's check this one out. This comes from our boy Chris L. in Martinez, California.
Ooh.
What do we got here, Chris L? I was going to say, in terms of like that kind of divide of like teachers knowing what was capable on computers and kids figuring it out, my buddy Joe, the Joe that I've mentioned a lot before, used to do this cash money thing when the tech department was really good at getting ahead of blocking all the game sites. Joe would download exe files for like really cool, simple games like Age of Empires and Minecraft and like Desktop Destroyer and shit, and he'd hide them like deep in like subfolders on the Commons drive that could be accessed anywhere in the school district.
Oh shit!
So you could just quick play games
Dude.
if everything was blocked, and he would hide them so deep where it'd be like folders, this person's class, and then he'd make up like fake folders to hide like student projects 2014, and then it'd be like 10 games.
Dude, that's awesome. I've definitely mentioned this before, but we would pass around in high school for us Halo CE.
Yeah.
You could just copy and paste it onto any flash drive.
Easy.
And so like a senior would come by and be like, "Hey, plug in this flash drive, copy it onto your flash drive," and then everyone would bring, because you know, did you guys bring around, like, have flash drives in your school for different projects you were working on? Yeah. Anytime we were in a computer lab, it was like, okay, well, just put yours in. Halo's like a small file. Open it up and play online with everybody. It was awesome.
There was a website, I can't remember right now, but somebody found it, and it was like, it was at that time where you can get like 7 pages into Google and maybe find like a fucking gem in the rough kind of thing. And it was when we were desperately looking for game stuff to play, especially like we had a big geography class that it was a complete fucking joke. Nobody did anything, and it was just in the computer lab with all the screens facing away from the teacher. Like it was like a leveled thing where the teacher would have to like, you'd get at least a 20-second heads up.
Yeah, you could exit out of anything.
Anything, you know? So we had this kind of situation where we were playing like LAN Minecraft all the time. That got blocked. We were trying to play like speedrunners and shit on Miniclip, you know? That got blocked. And then I don't remember who found it, but it was like 7 pages deep on Google, and somebody found a compressed, more simplified version of Age of Empires 2, and you could just download it and you could still play the multiplayer component land game shit.
Oh my god.
We were doing that all the fucking time.
Yeah. Oh my god. Especially when a class would be like, "We're gonna give you time to write your essays to get ahead of it in class," and I'd go, "Okay, so I'm not doing anything today, and I'm writing my essay at 2 a.m. panicked."
That's it. You get it, dude.
I would write essays even in college, and before anyone says anything, I'd get A's on my essay. So shut the fuck up. I'd write them in my Notepad app before I slept.
Yeah.
I would just write them on my phone and then be like, "Oh, I'll put this into Word tomorrow." That's how I did college for the most part.
That's most of what you need anyway.
I could think and type more with my phone in front of me a lot of the time than sitting down at a computer.
Really? It seems like less pressure.
Also, I never learned correct typing. I'm a fucking pleb that uses my index fingers.
You're a pecker?
Yeah, I'm a pecker. And so the thing is, I'm pretty fast at pecking, and I should do some kind of typing, SpongeBob typing maybe.
There you go.
But my phone, I'm much better typing with.
It is worth it. You know, I will say I'm proud of that.
I would love to. I always need to sit down and do it, but I'm worried my brain. It's too hard to learn now.
It is hard to learn now. You got to like fucking deep seed that in there.
Yep, should have done it when I was younger.
Yeah. Oh well.
All right, what was this? What's this bad boy that you have? Mystery book.
Chris L gave us a mystery book. It's a hardcover. It's old. Ignore this. I got this, and some losers wrote in it. So it's used. So the other person says to Stony and Shady from Grandpa and Grandma Belcom, March 2000.
Okay.
So fuck you, Grandma and Grandpa Belcom.
What's that piece of paper hanging too?
Open on the podcast, please. Dear Wheels on the Gus and Lil Debbie. What? I don't.
Wait.
My brain. What?
Hold on.
What?
Dear Wheels on the Gus
and Lil Debbie. Hello from a Northern California boy. Gus, I wanted to right a wrong that happened to you. Eddie, I couldn't leave you out. I teach history, and I love hearing you guys talk about good teachers and raging with you against bad teachers. Keep being amazing boys. P.S. My cat likes you guys.
He's going to right a wrong,
right.
which I will say really quick. It'll be a nice gesture. A fan edit in the book is not an appearance in a book. I want to say before that if this is...
Dude, what?
It's extra cheese, please.
It is fucking extra cheese, please.
I would let's see what happened here.
All right, let's look.
Okay, wait. We're going page by page. Do you want you to look at it?
I do want to look at it. Can you hold it? It'll be easier.
Okay. Ready? All right.
Moo to Boo. Chris.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that's fucking signed by Chris Peterson. I know her.
Wait, actually, really quick though, I just thought you should be flipping it because you're in the shop.
I'm in the book. I'm in the
We
shop.
don't want to have to cut back in between. I'll just react.
Dude, this is a fucking Chris Peterson
Okay.
signed book.
So page 1, not in the book.
Nothing. Not in the book. Page 2. Oh, I'm in the book.
Wait.
This is a childhood lifelong dream.
Are they glued on?
Yeah, they glued my face on
Dude,
here.
wait. What's going on with your mouth there? You look scary.
No, he's opening it because I'm eating cheese pizza.
It's your jaws unhinging for cheese pizza.
It looks like a fucking Salad Fingers David Firth animation or something.
All right, let's continue.
I'm in the book.
You're in the book twice.
Not bad. Is that my only appearance? No, it's me again. This is so creepy. These are actual baby photos of me.
So for people for people who can't see it, Gus's head is cut out and put on. Gus's childhood photos are put on the children in extra cheese, please.
Bro, what? Where did you get that photo of me?
You must have put it out. At some
I mean,
point.
I had to have. I have no fucking clue where. That's like just a baby photo of me.
Same
me.
photo.
This is me both times. That's pretty good. This is my mom character. I'm measuring probably some cow shit. There's me funneling some manure. There's some.
You're not milking the cows.
Not milking the cows. That's fine. Oh, a lot of glue on this page. Oh, Tony's in
Tony's
here.
in the book.
Tony's in the book.
Tony's in the book.
Holy shit.
What is Tony doing? Every 2 days, the milkman so he's a milkman.
Yeah, that's pretty good. He's dipping a sample of milk to be tested for bacteria, butterfat, and protein.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it.
That was really fucking proactive of you, Tony. Not in this one.
Not in this page.
Okay, this page. Oh, here's me. Then the cheesemaker adds rennet to the vat. That sounds
You
gross.
don't look happy to add the rennet.
Well, what the fuck is rennet? Doesn't that sound awful?
Yeah, I
Is
don't
that
know.
That Christopher Nolan movie?
Yeah, it's exactly it.
And here's some dumb lady eating some stuff. Oh, here's me and Tony and double me. There's 4 me's in here. This is so trippy.
Some of them look pretty good put in there.
Yeah, like it's hard to find right away.
It's honestly very weird to see young you and young Tony looking kind of like actual kids there because you were never,
All right, that's it. Okay.
Made a point not to put me or Sven in that book or Thor, I think, because he wanted to
So now
send
you know
a message.
what it feels like, right?
Well, I've never really gloated about being a book, so I can't really feel that shame and embarrassment.
Yeah, but you do feel bad and you're dumb, right, though? So what you're saying is that...
Not really. I actually feel pretty great because it was a very nice gesture, but I wouldn't say that it counts in that you're in a book because, you were to buy that off Amazon, your face is not going to be in it.
That's weird because it is a book, and my face is in it a bunch.
Well, your face is on top of the page, so it's not
Between
really...
other pages, though, right?
I mean, if I put a bookmark in that book of my face, would I technically be in a book.
No, because that's just keeping your place. This will be in the same place forever because they're glued down. This is not Elmer's. This is like
I think Chris
Loctite.
Peterson kept you in your place by not putting you in that fucking book. I think Chris Peterson kept you in your place by putting your other siblings in the book. Or not in that book, but Seed, Soil, Sun.
a worse book.
You know, some say the book is made better by its future internet guests or future internet stars. Who would have known that some internet celebrities would end up being in a book? Makes the value of Seed, Soil, Sun go up. Man, if only honestly you were an extra cheese, please. Then it would have really. Then it would be like, oh, would you look at that? Gus is in a book, and he's also does a lot of YouTube stuff now.
I'm just gonna say, Chris Peterson owes me so much fucking money,
Dude. How many of those books got bought?
I would be willing to wager that I probably doubled the sales of that book.
I think so.
Probably.
I think more than doubled the sales
Probably.
of that book. Well, at least Seed, Soil, Sun.
Yeah, definitely.
We've probably got a lot of those books made their way to us. So
Yeah, that's just half the purchases are people sending them to us.
yeah, you know what's a bit scary?
What?
You see that little blue box?
Yeah.
That's a necklace that was left outside my door, but not in a way of like a creepy note thing.
Yeah.
There was just a box of what looks like a nice necklace, like sitting in front of my door. But not sitting in front of my door. It was like tucked to the side.
Weird.
Is that a cursed necklace?
Could be something. It could be a Horcrux.
Horcrux of who?
I remember the neighbor that used to live on the floor here and tried to sell us drugs.
Try to sell you drugs.
Tried to sell me drugs.
But probably him.
I forgot about that guy. I'm sure it's from him.
Yeah.
Do you remember he doesn't even live here anymore. Do you remember the fucking weird shit like the first week we moved in?
Yeah, I think it was the first time I was visiting back home. So yeah, definitely for like first month and I was gone.
Were you here when we were playing Mario Kart on the GameCube in the main room?
No, yeah, I wasn't here for it.
This is obviously we said this like 3 years ago, and the guy's fucking moved off since. Yeah, the first week like he was like trying to sell me like I don't even remember what fucking drug it was, but it was like it was like harder drugs, like and he goes. Like we hear a knock at the door and we're just playing Mario here. And this is a guy who my only experience was I ran into him twice and just sort of like, oh, hey. And the second time he tried selling me like harder drugs, he knocks on the door like middle of the afternoon. He goes, hey, heard a little Mario going on in here. I was wondering if I could get in on that.
And it's like, I feel bad, but also you can't just knock on somebody's door and being like, can I come in? I'm a stranger.
Hey, I heard what kind of media you're consuming in your house because I was outside your door. I want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I told him. I'm sure I was just like, yeah, sorry, it's just kind of an intimate thing with some friends
Yeah.
or whatever.
I wonder if was like Sven here or something, or was it just you? Because I was gone.
I don't remember. It might have been Sven here too, but
I don't remember at all. Who gives a shit
who gives
these
a
days?
shit? That guy's fucking gone anyway. I was gonna say for video gaming stuff, you should check out both of our Twitches first of all. Also coming up, I've been opening some Pokemon cards again. I said before, Jarvis Johnson got me into some fucking Pokemon addiction again. Mm-hmm. But I've got a bunch of packs coming on over. Why don't you come look and see what we're doing?
I don't know what I'm gonna be streaming. So
That's okay. Eddie and I will be doing some more classic PC games.
Oh
too.
yeah, that for sure. And also, I'm really trying to ramp up my video stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
End of the year is always when your boy starts getting inspired again.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'd say even for both of us, people can expect a lot of cool shit coming on last leg of the year. You know, like mid to late summer is usually a natural lull. Like,
and it's also when friends of ours are free enough to come visit, and they like everyone kind of wants to come out and visit LA because it's like, hey, we all get to hang out, but it's like a fun vacation spot. And then it's like, ooh, things settle down a bit, and we can start working again.
True that. So fun shit coming up.
Also, you were on Bethesda's fucking official stream playing Skyrim.
I fucking totally forgot about that. Holy shit. Yeah, I was playing, lifelong dream. I literally was contracted by Bethesda to fucking play Skyrim for QuakeCon for 2 hours.
It's fucking crazy.
It was so cool. And I didn't even tell you this, and I'll make it short because I know we're like at the end of the podcast here, but so it ultimately went well at the end of it, and I think I played it off really well. But we launched it up, and I must have done like 3 tech tests with these guys. And everyone at Bethesda was so lovely and super helpful. But I don't have any experience doing any mod shit. If you watch my streams, I am always playing the vanilla version of it and stuff. The day after we set up the intricate mod that was integrated there where people could donate to the charities that we were raising money for and spawn items in the game.
Oh, could they spawn enemies?
They could spawn enemies. They could spawn shit in my inventory. So my goal was, it was a great concept. I didn't come up with it. I had to start in Markarth on the far left of the map, and my goal was to get all the way down in the bottom right to Riften. And I had one quick save ability, and it was in Whiterun, which is dead nuts center between the two.
Okay.
So
that's a fun stream.
Great stream. So I started as a base level character, completely naked in Markarth, and I had to run there. And depending on the dollar amounts, between $5 and $100, every amount, 6, 7, 8, did a different thing.
Oh, so it could either set you up or fuck you over?
Yes, and people didn't know what they were doing, so it incentivized them to both donate to these great charities and also experiment with what the numbers were. What does $62 give you? What does $13 give you?
Interesting. Okay.
Smart as fuck idea from Bethesda. But it was so fun, and I did that, and that was the big thing, but it took a whole big tech setup to get it going. The day after that, Bruce Green goes, "Hey, we're doing Skyrim together." So he walked me through installing the Skyrim Together mod. I had no idea it would conflict with the Bethesda mod that they had on there. I did the tech test thing literally before we went live for the stream shit, and nobody noticed it either, that the home screen, instead of the regular single dragon head, there's 2 dragon heads, because it was still booting Skyrim together, though.
No.
Even though I was launching from the EXE that was direct, like they sent me.
It's still a mod installed.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And it wasn't even in the load order, so I couldn't look in the Creation Club and be like, oh, fuck, it's on there. Like, it was just this invisible thing. So I'm live. It's the primetime slot in QuakeCon. There's fucking 12,000 people watching on Bethesda. For 35 minutes, it doesn't work. Oh. And it is like, and again.
Wait, so just to get it clear, and I'm sorry if this puts any blame on you.
Yes.
They did a tech test with you, and then in between, you played Skyrim with a different mod?
With a different mod installed. And then, but I'm not even trying to foist the blame, because I have some of it too, but we did the full thing. I was streaming my screen and everything, and all, like, I was so triple checking. I was like, is this good? So I just do this, and that's good. And they said all good on their end. And nobody caught anything. They're like, yep, it's fully operational. But then the second actual donation started coming in,
then it broke.
It just wasn't working in the game.
Okay.
So that was the thing, is people started sending in donos, and I saw the lists, and I was like, nothing is happening. So I went to the main menu, and then chats, like a couple people were like, dude, you're running Skyrim Together, because I see the 2 dragon head logos.
Right.
But that was it. And I'm telling you, honestly, it was like front and center. It was as if you were in those dreams where you're like, oh my God, I have an exam, and I didn't even I didn't study all semester. I didn't go to this class, and you were just like, oh my God. And I was like having pretty much a full-blown panic attack.
Right, I get it.
Because I don't know how to code or do any mod installation shit at all. Like
and you don't want to seem dumb in front of 12,000 people.
And the thing is, like, and this wasn't even a situation where it was Bethesda's fault. It just wasn't. But in any other situation, to just save face, I would absolutely just do the shtick of like, can you believe this fucking shit? But I'm like, this is a dream of mine. I'm not going to shit on Bethesda. It's not their fault, and that would just make me and them look stupid. That would be so unfair.
Right.
So I had to try to like keep it going, and donos were coming in, and people were giving big amounts, and it wasn't translating to what they were thinking.
Man.
While the entire time they had an employee that was really helpfully trying to tech and be like, you need to download this root folder and install it in this thing. And I'm like, bro, on the tech tests, I literally had to be like, what quadrant of the screen do I move my mouse to click this shit on? So I was just like, and ultimately they had to cut to a "we'll be right back." And I just was like, I was just drenched in just stinky stress sweat.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck that noise.
Oh,
but
shit.
We got it up and running, and it was great. And literally just in my 2-hour time slot, we doubled the donation amount for the entire day's worth.
That's awesome.
So thank you, folks that showed up for that shit. I fucking appreciate it, and we had a blast. And Bethesda has already came back to me. They were like, that was so great. And they're like, let's find other ways to work together in the future. So all's well, but those 35 minutes, that was like the fucking AOC Among Us stream all over again when I was having tech issues and shit.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Fuck that noise.
Well, maybe they're going to cast you as Mbiamba in the Indiana Jones game they're making.
That's great, because they'll say, we're going to have you come in, do some voice lines. Okay, action.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. And they're like, well, you're not saying anything. I was like, you clearly didn't watch the video.
Yeah, do you ever think that maybe they hate you and they'll never work with you again? I was just thinking, if I were Bethesda, I'd be like, man, fuck this guy. Honestly, if I'm me, I'm thinking it now, and I'm thinking maybe we end the podcast. I'm done. Sorry, it's not really you. Just, you know.
Okay.
You ever get that feeling of just?
Yeah, no. I'll wrap stuff up here. Did you?
Oh, what's up?
Did you want to maybe help me clean this up or like?
Sorry, 1 second. Let me put the headphones on. Did I want to what?
Did you want to maybe help me clean all this stuff up? Do you think?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.